What up, 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 world? It's your boy Big Amp Dog back with another episode of Politickin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, showing your love. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, what's the deal? Hit that like, share, subscribe button for your boy one time. And today, we got a story. It's a very interesting story, I might add. But there's a story about this young gentleman, 24-year-old father in Augusta, Georgia, was arrested for allegedly leaving his three children, ages 10, 6, and 1, unattended at a McDonald's fast food restaurant for just about under 2 hours while he walked to a job interview. Chris Lewis was taken into custody last week and charged with deprivation of a minor. Um, However, they're saying that this kind of sparked controversy. It sparked a conversation, because you got some people on one end that's like, hey man, no matter how hard it is, no matter what you're trying to get through, what you're trying to do, there's no way that you leave your children unattended for almost 2 hours at a fast food restaurant, especially in today's society. You know, with what's going on with all the trafficking and stuff like that. According to Augusta Press, authorities March 22nd responded to the McDonald's on the 2900 block of Washington Road in Augusta, Georgia. The restaurant had an indoor playground for the children on the grounds. A witness called authorities after seeing Lewis leave his kids alone and walk away from the establishment at about 4:30 p.m. He allegedly left his kids, returned, and then left again. I don't know what that's about. Upon arriving at the scene, first responders reportedly located the children who were unharmed. They waited until about 6:18 when Lewis arrived back at the McDonald's. When questioned by police, Lewis reportedly explained that he and his children had walked from his nearby apartment to the restaurant before his job interview, not having a car and not wanting to make his children walk back home so he could attend the interview. Lewis allegedly left them unattended in the playground area and walked to the interview. The children's mother was called to pick up the kids, and Lois was taken into custody and booked in the Richmond County Jail. He has since been released. They say Antonio Brown helped start a GoFundMe. It's raised $46,000 so far. So, hey man, I get it. I get it. You know, you young, you got three kids. You trying to do what you can to provide for your kids. It's anybody could understand that aspect, but at what point? At what point do you being a protector? You know, man, fuck all that, bro. Look, there's different resources. People say that all that, but I'll be real with you. His best bet would have been to either like take your kids to the interview with you. You know, we see sometimes people got their kids while they at work. You know what I'm saying? Look, a job will understand. And if anything, you being 24, you look 35, but if you was 24 for real, and you go to that interview with your kids, most jobs, I would assume, would kind of, look at that as as a good thing as far as seeing how, look man, he got kids, he's gonna be a good worker, he ain't got no choice, he needs this job to help provide for those young ones. I believe any job, any manager, anything like that, wouldn't see no problem with you being able to have your kids sit in the lobby area while you conduct your interview and things like that. I just feel like when it come down to what the times that we in, that was a bozo move. You know what I'm saying? Good intentions, bad choice. You know what I mean? Anything could have happened in that 2.5 hours. And I'm just wondering, you know, what kind of job was it? You having an interview at after 4:30 p.m. and things like that. Like, I'm wondering what kind of job would be having an interview at that stage in the day. And if the mother was just one call away, why wasn't she called? You know what I'm saying? Because it always happens with these stories where the other parent just so conveniently, once everything that happened, the police pop up, and now all of a sudden, the mother came and got him. So why couldn't the mother just come and get him in the first place? There's a bunch of different reasons why this could have happened, but my whole thing above all is always protect your kids, man. Because you never know, bro. You could have been going to that job to try to provide for your kids, and your kids are gone. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's a pride issue. You know what I'm saying? Instead of wanting to reach out and ask for help, or let your new job know, like, hey man, I know I got the interview today at 5:30, whatever. I don't have a babysitter. Is it okay if I show up with my kids? You know, they'll be quiet or whatever, whatever. You know, there's different ways you can go about it, but never let your pride be the demise of your situation. You know what I'm saying? Because if you would have just reached out, I'm sure everything would have been taken care of. Everybody would have been. It would have been. It's already understandable, but it's not, just due to the fact that you got a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 1-year-old at a public restaurant with. It's got the playpen, I get that, but there's a lot of weirdos out here that sit around places like that with the kiddie land or the playground and all that stuff, and really prey on young children. You know what I'm saying? What if that good Samaritan that called the authorities was really a whole psychopath? You know what I mean? To where it's unfortunate, you know. But hopefully this is a lesson learned for him. He's 24, so you know, keep that stride going, as far as, you know, you want to do any and everything possible to provide for your kids. I don't think you should be faulted for that. But we got to be a lot smarter in the choices and the decisions we make, and put that pride to the side when it come down to you trying to provide for yours. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Big M Dog said, "What's the deal?" Peace.